Hey guys, I'm Nisa Homey. Today I'm sharing millet upma recipe, ideal as a filling and fiber-rich breakfast meal to include in diabetic diet, PCOS diet, or as a healthy meal in your weight loss journey. So let's get started with the recipe. For the millet upma, I have already soaked half cup of little millet, also known as sama rice or chama ari in Malayalam. Now, little millet is a highly nutritious millet. It is completely gluten free. I have already shared many videos using little millet. Please do check it out for more information about its health benefits. When you're using millets, it's highly important that you soak it a little longer than you would normally soak rice, because the phytic acid content in millets needs to be released, else you may get digestive issues like gas, bloating, indigestion, etc. So it's always ideal to soak millets a little longer. I would suggest soaking anywhere between 6 to 7 hours would be ideal. So if you're making a breakfast with millet, always plan ahead and soak it overnight. So I have soaked it overnight, close to about 8 hours. I'm going to rinse it thoroughly and keep it on a strainer. Okay, now the little millet is nicely rinsed and I have kept it on a strainer. I'm going to keep this aside. I'm heating my kadai with 1.5 tablespoon wood pressed coconut oil. Instead of coconut oil, you can use any locally sourced wood pressed oil of your choice. Remember that healthy cooking is all about using the right quality of oil. So try to use wood pressed or cold pressed oil in your diet. Once the oil is heated, I'm adding in 1 teaspoon mustard seeds, and once the mustard seeds starts to crackle, add in 1 teaspoon urad dal, also known as ulunna in Malayalam. Allow the urad dal to turn light golden brown in color. Once the urad dal starts to turn light golden brown in color, I'm adding in 3 whole red chilies. Give it a stir. Reduce the flame to the lowest, and in 1 medium-sized onion finely chopped, 1 green chilli finely chopped. Green chilli you can increase or decrease as per your taste. 1 inch ginger finely chopped. Give it a good stir and allow the onions to saute until they are transparent. Once the onion starts to turn transparent, add in 1 medium-sized carrot finely chopped, 3/4 teaspoon pink Himalayan salt or as needed, a sprig of fresh curry leaves. I am tearing the curry leaves and adding in so that the flavors are released, and give it a good stir. Add in the strained little millet. Allow it to roast lightly along with the other ingredients for about 3 minutes. Roasting the little millet will help to enhance the flavor and taste. So try not to skip this process. 2 to 3 minutes later, add in 1 cup hot boiling water. Give it a stir and bring this to a boil. And once it starts to boil, cover it with the lid, reduce the flame to the lowest and let it simmer on low flame for about 5 minutes or until it is cooked. About 3 minutes later, I'm just opening the lid and giving it a good mix. There is a little extra moisture in it, so another 2 minutes, the upma will be ready. Also note that since I soaked the little millet overnight, it will cook really fast. So that's also one benefit of soaking the millet overnight. Another 2 minutes later, open the lid and you can see the upma is perfectly done. It's perfectly cooked. So I'm going to turn off the flame, add in 3 tablespoons grated coconut, few extra curry leaves and give it a good stir. I have turned off the flame. The coconut will get lightly steamed with the residue heat of the cooked upma. That will also help to enhance the flavor of the upma. And my super healthy little millet upma is ready to serve. So guys, do try this healthy little millet upma and let me know in the comments how it turned out. Today I'm sharing ragi upma recipe. No suji or rava is used in this recipe and is made with 100% ragi rava, ideal as a filling and healthy breakfast or as a meal for dinner in your weight loss journey. So let's get started with the recipe. Into a saucepan, I'm adding in 2 cups of water and I'm bringing this to a boil. I'm heating my kadai with 1 tablespoon wood pressed coconut oil. Once the oil is heated, add in 1 teaspoon mustard seeds. Once the mustard seed starts to splutter, add in 1 teaspoon urad dal, 1 teaspoon Bengal gram, also known as kadala perippu. Reduce the flame to the lowest. Add in 2 tablespoons pottu kadala, also known as roasted gram dal.
3 to 4 tablespoon peanuts, and on low flame lightly roast the ingredients. Okay, now the nuts are lightly roasted. Add in a handful or about 5 to 6 shallots thinly sliced. Instead of shallots, you can use half of an onion thinly sliced, 2 green chilies thinly sliced, half-inch ginger thinly sliced, and give it a stir. Allow the shallots to turn transparent or light pink in color. Once the shallots are transparent, add in a fat pinch of hing, also known as asafoetida powder. Give it a stir. 1 grated carrot, 1 teaspoon pink Himalayan salt or as needed. Add in 1 cup sprouted ragi rava. For those who are new to ragi rava, this is how it looks. Now the reason I am using sprouted ragi rava is that once ragi is sprouted, the vitamin C levels tend to increase and leads to easy absorption of iron into the bloodstream. Sprouted ragi also helps in better digestion and better nutrient absorption. Sprouted ragi is ideal to include in diabetic diet, PCOS and thyroid diet, and also will help in weight loss. And lightly roast the ragi rava for about 2 to 3 minutes. The high fiber in ragi helps to keep you feel fuller for a longer time. Thus, it helps in weight loss and weight management. Ragi is packed with calcium, good carbs, amino acids, and vitamin D. It has a good amount of iron, thus ideal for those with iron deficiency anemia. 2 to 3 minutes later, the ragi rava is lightly roasted. Adding in 2 cups hot water. Add in a sprig of fresh curry leaves. I am tearing the curry leaves and adding in so that the flavors are released. Give it a stir. Cover and cook on low flame for about 7 to 10 minutes. In between, open the lid and give it a stir. Again cover and allow it to cook on low flame. 10 minutes later, open the lid. Add in 3 tablespoons grated coconut, handful of finely chopped coriander leaves. Squeeze in half a lemon and give it a good stir. I like to cover the upma for about 2 minutes and then serve to a plate. After resting 2 minutes, open the lid, give it a stir, and my super healthy ragi upma is ready to serve. Transfer this to a serving plate and you can enjoy it with pickle, chutney, or you can have it simply on its own. Today I am sharing an instant protein and fiber rich breakfast recipe made without rice, wheat or maida, and it takes just under 15 minutes to make this super healthy, filling, gluten-free breakfast to make on those busy mornings. Ideal to include in your weight loss journey. So let's get started with the recipe. Onto a sieve, I'm adding in 1 cup of jowar poha. Jowar, also known as sorghum, is a highly nutritious millet. This is sprouted jowar flakes or flattened jowar. It helps to balance blood sugar levels, aids in good digestion, and it's a good source of protein. Jowar is rich in fiber, and the high fiber helps to keep you feel fuller for a longer time. Hence, it is ideal to include in weight loss and weight management. It's also a good source of iron, and being a complex carbohydrate, jowar gets digested slowly, hence ideal for those with health issues like diabetes, PCOS and thyroid. Always try to include millets in your diet for your better health. I'm sprinkling in some water over the jowar flakes, and with my hand I'm lightly giving it a mix. This process is to allow the jowar flakes to get softened. So I'm going to keep this aside while I get the other ingredients ready. Allowing it to rest for about 5 minutes would be ideal. I'm heating my kadai with 2 teaspoons wood pressed groundnut oil. Once the oil is heated, I'm adding in 1 teaspoon mustard seeds. Once the mustard seeds starts to splutter, I'm adding in 1/3 teaspoon jeera, also known as cumin seeds. And once the jeera splutters, I'm adding in 1 whole Kashmiri chilli. I'm just breaking the chilli into 2 and adding in some fresh curry leaves, 1/4 inch ginger finely sliced, 2 green chilies slit, and I'm giving it a good stir. Remember, the flame is on the lowest. Into this I'm adding in 1 cup of moong dal sprouts. I have already shared how to make moong sprouts. Links will be updated below this video in the description box. Please do check it out. Pink Himalayan salt as needed. Half teaspoon turmeric powder, and give it all a good mix. Sprinkle in little water and cover and allow the sprouts to get lightly cooked on low flame. About a minute later, open the lid and give it a good stir. Okay, now the jowar flakes has softened really well. You can see that the flakes are not only softened, but they are also not sticking to each other. See how perfect the jowar flakes has become. I'm adding the jowar flakes into the kadai. Add in freshly ground black pepper powder, about 1/3 teaspoon, and give it a good mix. Sprinkle in little bit of water, cover, and allow the jowar flakes to get cooked. It should get done in about a minute. About a minute later, open the lid, give it a good stir. The jowar flakes are nicely cooked. Sprinkle some coriander leaves, turn off the flame, squeeze in half a lemon, give it a good mix, and my quick and easy healthy jowar sprouts poha is ready to serve. You can see how perfectly the poha is. It is free flowing and non-sticky. I'm going to transfer this to a bowl. So guys, do try this healthy jowar poha and let me know in the comments how it turned out. Thank you for watching, and until next time, take care. Bye bye.